Hello everyone. Welcome to Port Waikato, where we are in the third episode of the series. So far, we have reached a population of 8,500 and our city is expanding well. Today, we will firstly be modifying our highway. Currently, it goes from east of the map towards the west, but instead, I want this going towards north, west, right till the foot of the mountains and then cross over to the other side where it will join with the other highway which will approach this area from here. On the other side of the city towards the industrial area, we'll have our railway yard and gas power station. The arterial road will extend parallel to the track and then curve across the river to meet up with the highway where we will build a new interchange today. So let's start off with our railway yard first. I will have to buy these two tiles first. I have unlocked all tiles, so it doesn't really cost me anything. Okay, so now let's look at the terrain lines. That's the first thing I do in a new tile. So from the terrain lines, we can see the height differences. I will use the level tool to extend my flat land and then use sloping tool to smoothen out the edges. After this, I extended my arterial road to the leveled area like so. And kept it parallel to the railway tracks. So far so good, so let's get on with the railway yard. As I was eyeing the spot for the yard, I changed my mind and wanted to have it facing towards the mountain, and for this I had to buy a couple more tiles. I began by bulldozing the power lines and the railway tracks and tried to line up the yard again. So I had to extend the railway track to create more space for the tracks from the yard to curve into the railway tracks. Perfect. Next, I joined up the tracks. Tracks are all joined up. Now let's finish the roads we need for the yard. I placed a normal two-way road to the front of the yard, and then I extended the arterial to curve to the back of the yard. Then using an asymmetrical road, I created a connection going across the track. I don't expect the yard to have too much traffic, so the railway crossing should be fine. Next, I started working on the cargo railway station. I placed it facing away with its back facing the back of the yard and the arterial going across between them. This is to keep the arterial free-flowing and avoid unnecessary junctions. I will create a one-way network for the cargo station internally. With the cargo station connected to the main railway network, I began working on the roads. I have curved the arterial over the tracks in the direction I want this going. The arterial will continue straight across the river and form an interchange with the highway, and I also extended the other collector. Coming back to the one-way internal network for the cargo station, I had earlier placed the incoming one-way road. For the exits, I have a roundabout which splits the exits in terms of left or right. The ramps to the arterial is for left turn only, that is for trucks coming and going back to the local industries. And the other exit is for vehicles wanting to go out to the highway via the interchange we will build later. Let's go into a quick time lapse of how I expanded the industrial area and some road upgrades around the area. Next, I started working on the bus depot area. This will be the first introduction of public transport in our city. We will place a bus station later on in the episode when we do some residential expansion. Bus depots in this game work the same way as in real life. They basically store buses and maintain the fleet. Moving on, I placed a dairy house followed by a switch on, which is basically a factory for electrical goods. I wanted the heavy factories to be nearby our cargo station for easy export of finished goods and import of raw materials if required. I am again creating internal road networks for these to keep the factory traffic off the major roads. Currently, we have one interchange of the main highway, and if we are to industrialize this area fully, we definitely need another one. So the time has come to expand our city limits even further and build an interchange. I want the arterial road to go straight across the river and join up with the main highway with a local interchange. For this, I bought 2 more tiles to extend our buildable area. Now that the collector is connected to the arterial, I'll extend the arterial across the river. For that, I will extend the road towards the river and raise it to possibly 7.5 meters. On the other side, the terrain is quite high. If we are to have a raised interchange, the current arterial will have to be raised quite a lot and will not look realistic. So I decided to go for a tunneled interchange instead. You can see that the bridge is straight and we have managed to keep the elevation the same all through. Nice. Time to build the ramps now. I'll go for a basic park-low for now for this interchange. Let's go into a time lapse for this. Yes, all done. I'm not sure how advisable it is to have traffic lights and junctions in a tunnel, but that's the best I could think of for the situation. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other ideas for this. Next up, I started working on our regional railway station. The station is surrounded by industries and other farms. I won't do too many upgrades to the station as I intend to keep it very low-key and simple. For now, this will act as the station which brings in people from outside the map. Once we have the bus station, I will hook this up to the rest of the city. Coming up next is a time-lapse video of the residential expansion across 3 distinct areas: the college, the hospital, and the bus station. The college area will be primarily medium to high density and townhouses. Being a college area, this area will have lots of open spaces, shops, student housing. The area needs to be attractive and well connected and easily accessible by rest of the city. The hospital area will be a mix of townhouses and low density houses. The hospital again needs to be easily accessible. The reason for not having medium and high density houses in the area is to minimize the sound pollution and keep the area traffic in check. At the end, I will be placing few pedestrian paths to improve walkability in the area.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
The bus station area will be the busiest with primarily high-density housing, some medium-density housing, and a mix of high and low-density commercial buildings. This area will probably be the busiest part of our city so far, and this will be the beginning of the transition into more densely packed areas. So that's all for today. We expanded a lot this episode, and the population grew from 8,500 to 16,000. Thanks everyone for making this series a success so far. please don't forget to like the video, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Will mean a lot to me. Coming up are the cinematics of today's build, so see you in the next one. Until then, this is Diplo signing off.